Moreover, the US Treasury says it's not renewing its temporary easing of Iran oil sanctions and has sent notices to China and Hong Kong asking for help in enforcement. That's where much of the world economy stands now. They're going to be forced to what? Buy oil from us. That's it. Most governments are doing the kind of pumping oil wells aren't. Brussels is pitching a state of subsidy bonanza to combat energy shock, which goes much further than the current state. Canada's Prime Minister Carney, who ran two central banks, have suspended federal taxes on gasoline and diesel. Oh, so you can suspend federal taxes when it's necessary and convenient for you. Australian Treasurer Chalmers has introduced a 20-year retrospective capital gains tax on mining, energy, and infrastructure. Malaysia is to increase its biofuel mandate, provided the war ends soon. Those kinds of policies can cushion the economy, but across all schools of economic thought, textbooks, we're clear about the demand side boost into structural supply side shocks leave you stuffed. So to the war.CENTCOM says no ships passed the Iran blockade in 24 hours. Moreover, the U.S. Treasury says it's not renewing its temporary easing of Iran oil sanctions and has sent notices to China and Hong Kong asking for help in enforcement. The U.S. is clearly escalating hard versus Iran, despite messages pinging yesterday that sanctioned Chinese vessel Starry Rich had transited Hormuz, ignoring if an interception was to be made. It would be at the Gulf of Oman or Arabian Sea, then clarify the vessel was carrying methanol from the UAE, not fuel from Iran. So it wasn't in the scope, then the ship turned around anyway. Yes, there'll be more than U.S.-Iran talks in Pakistan, possibly tomorrow, which is the lodestar market bulls are guided by. As the Telegraph notes, this seems to be the one place that Iran's battered leadership can physically meet without being killed. But what will they say that's different from the last rejection of U.S. demands on uranium, nuclear weapons, missiles, proxies, and Hormuz? Vice President Vance reiterated Trump wants a grand bargain with Iran, not a small deal, and no one sees it to abandon its nuclear ambitions.